Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to have a discussion that's been brewing for quite a while. And that is, of course, something that I've addressed numerous times in the past, the HP inflation in Spiral Abyss and how it is getting absolutely ridiculous. And so what we're seeing over here is what the HP looked like for a specific mob back in version 5.0, and now in version 5.7, it has gotten close. Not quite there yet, but it's gotten really close to doubling in just 7 updates. And this is the thing, right? I've attempted to address this numerous times in my content. Genshin's Abyss is still unplayable, with a mention of how all the rampant HP inflation is causing some massive issues for a ton of players. Still talking about how 5.5's Abyss is unplayable, and then referencing and citing how much the HP has grown from updates like 4.3 to 5.5, doubling in HP, and then from 5.0 to 5.7 that we just saw, almost doubling again. And then I made a whole holistic video about the entire situation, right? Talking about how various content creators, those who play this game as a job, were just bragging about how there are no issues at all when you combine rampant HP inflation with mechanics that only certain characters on the roster are able to actually tackle and deal with. And this is the thing. I made these videos, and you want to know what the community's response to me was? They decided to make public posts bad-mouthing me, saying that me referencing the HP inflation and the character-specific mobs, just skill issue. Yo, look at this clear of this guy with top 0.5% artifacts. Oh, he's just doing it with 4 stars. Surely it can't be that bad. It's just skill issue. Look how bad this guy is. Look at this top 1% player with again, the top 1% fucking pieces. Oh, and he's reset about 700 times. Look, he's doing it. But boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, maybe looking at the outlier isn't what you should actually do in this situation. And so let's read a little bit about this post, because this has a lot of updates. 7.4K. It looks like the community is finally waking up, and they're realizing, man, maybe this guy Saint was right the entire fucking time. Let's read it a little bit. I was wondering why my characters were taking so much longer taking out this big chungus when I never had much issues with it the previous 2 times it was in the Abyss. But this HP amount is frankly ridiculous for anyone who does not have Mavuika with her premium team. And boy, oh boy, guys, do I have something to show all of you. We've actually got a bit of a preview of the usage rates in this Abyss. You want to see what they look like? Oh, interesting. Interesting. And then the next team is with a Escoffier, who's also fucking broken. Did you know she reduces cryo and hydra resistance of all the enemies by 55% for existing? And it also has the highest off-field damage, or some of the highest off-field damage of a cryo character. Oh, it's a Escoffier again. Oh, there she is again. Oh, a 4th time. Oh, and now we got a Sitlolly Escoffier team. Oh, and then we just have Ryosley over here for some godforsaken reason at the bottom. Huh. Interesting. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Remember what I said all these different times? That Mavuika was going to raise the damage ceiling in the game horrifically? And that Escoffier was also going to raise the damage ceiling of the game horrifically? Well, it looks like everything is lining up. And now, if you don't own these characters, you really, fundamentally, might as well just go f*** yourself or pull multiple sequence nodes of your, constellations of your other units. While I liked Mavuika's character in the story, I always hated her design, and now she is easily my least favorite character in the whole game simply because she completely ruined the game's balance, in my honest opinion, and made it very hard for people to play their favorite characters if they're not super meta. I'm not a day 1 player, and I only started being able to 3-star, 36-star the Abyss occasionally for 5.0 onwards. From what I've heard from friends who started playing earlier, Abyss has doubled, if not tripled in difficulty because of HP inflation and a million element or character checks. How do you guys feel about this? Have you been struggling with Abyss more, or do you enjoy the extra challenge? And when a post like this is getting 7.4K upvotes, ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty clear a lot of people don't fucking like this. But yeah, instead of actually recognizing creators that were deciding to call it out, you decided to just publicly make fun of them, say skill issue, and say that they're actually the problem. Because guess what? I guarantee there's gonna be another freak who does a 4-star clear on both sides with like 2 or 3 characters because they play this game way too much. They don't get paid enough to play the game this much. And at the end of the day, you're gonna keep spreading this narrative that it's not the devs' fault for fucking up the game. It's the players' fault for not adapting to the devs fucking up the game. Because that's the argument pretty much so many Genshin CCs have been deciding to go with, instead of recognizing that the game is getting fucked. So why don't we just go ahead and actually take a look at this? Why don't we experience the Abyss for ourselves on floor 12? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here and we're ready for the Spiral Abyss. We're ready for floor 12. Let's go ahead, let's do some testing ourselves and see just how fucked up this entire experience is. Because, again, there are 7.4k other people that are saying it's not good. So, as you can see, I've already unlocked floor 12. I prepped for this one. I did all of floor 11 the other day. Let's take a look at some of the buffs. First half, when characters have 0 energy, your damage is increased by 75%. You gain a 75% increase to damage when you have 0 energy. Every single unit in the game, aside from 2 of them, refunds 10 energy after using their ultimate. Or sorry, their elemental burst. So the only characters in the game that can use this, I believe, are Mavuika and Skirk. So this buff, unless you have those units, go fuck yourself. Literally. Second half, a character's normal cryo damage is increased by 75%. Ryosley is the only character in the game that's able to use this one, aside from Skirk, who's the on-banner character. So, yeah, this is a Ryosley when we have him, so we'll make sure to use him. It's a Ryosley Skirk check on this side, and a Mavuika Skirk check on the other side. And if you don't have them, you're basically not going to get any benefit at all from the buff. You can say Ayaka. Guys, Ayaka does, like, so little actual damage from normal attacks, it's not even worth mentioning. It's like 10% of her damage, maybe less, is normal attacks. Let's be real here. It's mostly Ryosley. So yeah, now let's take a look at some of the enemies. Let's see what we have in store for us. Oh, on the first side, we're gonna have 2 cryo enemies, so you can't even use Skirk unless you're griefing. Okay, so this first side is literally a just Mavuika only side. Because yeah, maybe Skirk does enough damage. Maybe she's broken enough to work. And on the second side, right, we have more element neutral stuff. Chamber 2, we got the Gluttonous Yumka Sword. This is the guy, apparently, that has had about 200% HP inflation. And then we have Abyss Lectors. And so if you don't have Cryo here, you might as well go fuck yourself, because you're not going to be breaking these shields. And then we got the Secret Source Automaton Overseer thing, which is, if you don't have Cryo, this thing will one-shot you. If you're not applying Cryo, this thing's actually gonna one-shot you. And then we got Nemesis of Capellius, who are Cryo bosses. Okay, so the goal is clearly to use Pyro on this side and to use Cryo on this side. Otherwise, you're gonna be in for a rough time. And this is the Abyss, ladies and gentlemen, that people are saying is the worst thing ever. So let's go ahead, let's get right on into it and just not use what they're suggesting us to use. Let's start crafting some team comps with what I'm gonna say is probably one of the more general use case teams in the game. Let's try a Hu Tao. Let's see how well Hu Tao is holding up. Zhong Li, Yalan, and Jingqiu team, right? This is like a pretty good one, right? You would expect this one to work. This is a C1 Hu Tao as well. And I think based off the bosses, this shouldn't be too bad, right? It's just cryo enemies. What's so crazy about this? And on this side, right, where we do need to use, cryo, let's try a classic, let me see here. Let's just try our Anemo team. Our Farina, this thing, and our Farrajon and our Zhao. And let's just check out the characters real fast. Let's see how they're gonna work. We're gonna use our Vermilion set. I think we have a pretty decent one. Staff of Homa. Nah, we gotta give that to Hu Tao. She needs everything she needs. Yeah, this is fine, right? This is a good ratio. Yeah, triple Anemo, it should be fine, right? All right, yeah. I feel like the Zhao is pretty good. Let me make sure my Cloud Retainer's on a set. Yeah, she's got... Okay, she's on VV, but that shouldn't really matter, right? Where's my Farrazon? Yep, she's on Tenacity of Millilith with... Why is she on Rust? We'll put her on Favonius for even more energy, though I don't think we actually need it in this team. Or really, I'll put her on Skyward Harp. Yeah, she should be fine with that. Oh, let me also make sure that my my Yalana and my Jingqiu are good too. Ooh, good thing I checked. Okay, now she's on Emblem. Where is my Jingqiu? What does he need? All right, he's gonna be on Sacrificial Sword. I think we're good over here. last thing I want to check is my Hu Tao. What is she looking like over here? Staff of Homa. All right, 63.7, 254. Surely that's fine. Yeah, that should be okay. It seems like she's powerful. Let's see how this is gonna go. I'm kind of excited. Let's get right on into it. Let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Character max HP. I feel like Hu Tao's gonna need that.
Gather.
Let me weave you a verse. No, my...
Oh my god!
Here comes the catch. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
All right, here we go, priestess.
Solidify.
Huh?
No, my soul. Let me weave you a path. Things are about to get dicey. Huh? Go! Time to go!
Gather.
Hupsy!
Oh, brother.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Is she gonna do that shit again? There's no way she does it again, right?
Witness the power of Gugwa. No, my sword. Things are about to
We're running a little bit low on time, boys. Okay, so we gotta find some way to deal with that.
Watch your step. Remember?
We're taking a little bit too much time to kill her clones. Oh dear. I think we just need a Zhang Ling then, right? We kind of just need a Zhang Ling. Do we just play like international? Is that gonna work? Because like Hu Tao's not gonna cut it there. Yoimiya is definitely not gonna cut it there. Wow, it's like they almost designed that to be awful for Hu Tao. I can't believe she summons 30 clones like that. Why does she do that? All right, we got an emblem over here. We've got our catch. Benito is on Noblesse, so I guess that's good. Let's see what our child is on. All right, bro has a sacrificial vow. That's not good. I guess we put him on Thundering Pulse, right? That'll make him fine. And I guess this is just what we go with, right? 66.6209. Yeah, that's totally not awful. All right, guys, let's give this one a bit of a look. Surely it'll be fine. We'll make it to the other side, right?
Teamwork is true.
Into the wind, as one with wind and cloud.
Boba, get them. Eat this.
Ta ta ha. Ta 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 ta.
Adapt to color and the spirit alive. Nice and spicy. Everybody stand back.
Okay, all right. That got it done a lot faster.
Let's light it up. Out of the frying pan.
All right, this is totally what I wanted to happen.
I'm going in.
That hurts. Clouds high. The birds come.
Eat this.
No tuck, brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Dinner's gonna burn.
That feels like it's not really doing any damage. I mean, we're killing the things fast, but then when it actually comes to dealing damage to the boss afterwards, that feels like it's really tanky. Like, we're running this team just to be able to clear. I mean, we did half its HP there, and it was already past 8:30, and I feel like I was speed running the first part. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely think I was. And then, like, the actual damage part was just, like, not there. All right, guys. At this point, this is clearly turning into more and more of a character check with all the crazy amount of HP that we have. It's time for us to pull out the big guns, because at this point, I'm getting a little bit desperate for where this video is actually gonna go. We're gonna be pulling out the C2 Arlecchino, ladies and gentlemen, and she's kind of big. Yeah, she's got C2 with her signature. Let's give this one a try.
Laid bare.
Solidify.
Quietly now. Game's up. Control. And leap. Strike is one. Laid bare.
Ah! What a diseased enemy design.
Laid bare.
Solidify.
Quietly now. Things are about to get. Your grand finale. Everlasting as the moon.
Gather. This is order. Stabilize.
All right, all right.
Here comes the catch. Observe. Break a leg. Witness.
There we go. Okay. Wow. What an absolute nightmare, though. And that's still taking like a minute 10 with this $2,000 team. All right, now let's check out this side, boys.
Let the world collide. Skyward. Stray cloud converge. Too late for regrets. Here's boring.
Evil conquering. Here. Worthless. Here. 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 Worthless.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Skyward. Seize the skies. Dare to mess with me? Truth repeats itself.
Disappear. Here.
How many times is it gonna go on its rocket ship, bro?
Here. Worthless. Here.
Useless. Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song. Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Make way. Too late for regrets. Gears of the storm.
Evil conquering. Worthless.
Wait, where is it? Is it right here? Okay, I think we gotta get it in this rotation, boys. This is looking a little bit rough. Oh, thank God. All right, 10-15 seconds left. All right, with a Giga invested team on both sides. There we go. All right, here we go, boys. Let's do this. We got the Yum Kasor.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Your grand finale.
Why do these sound like so stupid when they die? All right, here we go. Gluttonous Mountain King. Let's check it out, buddy boy. Okay, I'm literally dealing no damage to him.
Stabilize.
Gotcha.
Order guide you.
All right, it's gonna take us a minute here.
Gather.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. And step. Strike is one. This is where you fall.
Stabilize.
Here comes the catch. Unleash. Break a leg. Commendable.
Does it really have that much HP? That's fucking crazy. That's a C2 Arlecchino, boys.
Got her. We'll see about that. Time to shine. Seize the skies. Skyward. Useless.
Worthless. Here. The power.
We're not clearing this. We're not clearing this. I'm giving up. Yeah, we're not clearing this with this team.
Let my name echo in
Yeah, this ain't happening, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, this ain't happening.
Make way for you. No sense of respect. Have fun with this gift.
And hope find you. Hear ye the word.
God forbid I want to play a non-cryo character. Yeah, wait, maybe she'll be good, because she like... Hey, 20 seconds. I got the pony in 20 seconds, boys. It'll be fine. With no energy either.
Too late for regret.
This is such a horrifying gameplay experience. This is such a disgustingly horrifying gameplay experience. I don't even know what to say about it at this point. This is so bad. Is this good? Is this good for the game, guys? I'm beginning to see explicitly clearly why the player base is so upset by this. Yeah, that guy with a C2 Arlecchino took the full 130 to clear. I am able to save no time at all just because it has a fuck ton of HP. And there's no way I'm clearing this encounter over here in time, because I didn't bring the cryo team. And this is the thing, guys. If you don't have a cryo DPS, what are you going to do? If you don't have your Ayaka or your Ryosley, what are you gonna do? Straight up, it's an Electrolector. Uninstall the game? Well, I think we gotta reconfigure our party, and we'll just show how easy the entire experience is. Once we just put in, of course, right, the team that we're supposed to use, that the devs want us to use in this situation over here. So, okay, on the right side, fuck it, bro. I think I'll put a Xingqiu over here, and then we'll put Ryosley. I think we'll just do this. I think we'll be good. We got our Escoffier Ryosley team. Let's run the same lineup over here, because I think the Arlecchino actually needs the Yelan damage. And let's give this a final try, ladies and gentlemen. We're putting in the full pay-to-win deluxe over here, boys. Let's do this. C2 Arlecchino.
Transfixed.
All right, we got a good time on that side. Now let's see how easy it is over here using this team.
Let the world come alive. Attack defrosting. Goose on the loose. Let me weave you a purse. Rain out.
Way now. Have a safe trip.
Oh, that's awkward.
Time to shine. A little amuse-bouche. At first, know my soul. Witness the power.
Let's begin.
Is he just...
Strike a pose. Let the world collide.
When is he gonna split?
Rain outlines your fate. Pinnacle of excellence. Rain cutter.
A moment, please.
I swear, that guy was invulnerable for about 15 seconds. He just decided to do his, like, air attack move while on his phase change. Disgusting. Alright, Yum Kasor time, boys.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Your grand finale. Overrule.
Stabilize.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Strike is one.
Alright, did we get the explosion thing done in time?
Transfixed. Solidify.
Alright. Hope you got somebody that can apply that much pyro in the middle of their rotation. I think it's only Arlecchino and Mabawika who can do that. Okay, 1 minute and 15, even after using the boss mechanics. On a C2 Arlecchino. And guys, if you're saying Bennett, Zhang Ling, are those DPS characters? Yeah. By Pyro DPS, clearly I'm referring to a Hu Tao, a Diluc, a Ga Ming, and a fucking, what's it called? Yoimiya.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Time to shine.
All right. Don't. All right, here we go.
Shall set you free. Hear ye the word of joy. Great joy.
Is all my team's energy just gone?
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power. Boost on the loose.
A moment, please. Stay cool.
Hope that knocks him down. Oh, never mind.
Strike a pose. Let the world come up. Adaptive frosted. No, my sword. A burst of flavor. Rain cutter.
Way now.
Oh my god. Holy shit. And that's with using the shield team. That's a C1 Ryosley as well. Alright guys. Yeah, this game mode is totally feeling great right now. Yeah, this is totally manageable.
Transfixed.
Hopefully this side is easy after the absolute hell that was all of those.
Take it easy. And step.
Hopefully it's easier. Surely I don't need, like, the whole team's rotation for this, right? Like, surely it'll just be fine.
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Solidify.
Things are about to get dicey. Unleash. Break a leg.
Oh, these fucking guys. Okay. I feel like we're gonna be doing pretty decently into them.
Overruled.
We got John Lee after all, right?
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. Unleash. Your grand finale.
Did they always have that shield? I swear they didn't.
Busted.
Again?
Solidify.
Quietly now.
Are they just spamming it on cooldown?
Observe. Strike is one.
Oh god. Okay, this is taking a minute. Let's see if we can get it done fast over here. Surely we got this. This boss is like made for cryo enemies. Oh, it's like made for cryo teams.
Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Peak boss design. Yep, if you have cryo, it literally doesn't do anything.
A burst of flavor. Witness the power of Gua. Know my sword.
Way now.
Yeah, totally. You just use cryo, and then the third boss literally does nothing. Versus the other crazy shit that we're doing before. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was one of the most diseased experiences I think I might have ever had in this game. I did not think that with a C2 Arlecchino, with her signature and a cracked build, I would be clearing at like 705, 704, 706, 713 with every single team. And that is with, as well, right, that cryo team at the bottom, which is like the second most used cryo team in the Abyss. The team that I used, guys, is like...
Word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything
Well, Hoyo
else?
already did it by putting in this
yeah,
Abyss.
Seriously.
It's the
Don't break
third
the law.
most used team in this Abyss. That's what I used. I used the third most popular team in the Abyss. And the number one is Mavuika. And the only way I was able to squeak through is because my C2 Arlecchino was there instead. This is one of the worst abysses I've ever fucking seen. Literally, one of the worst abysses I've ever seen. I'm baffled. And guys, the only way that team is clearing is because it's a Scoffier. And if you don't have her, I think you're so fucked, it's unbelievable. Good God. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Whoever is upset by this abyss, you're entirely correct. But this is also the other thing. I don't think you can be upset with this abyss at all if you're a Genshin Impact player because you didn't speak out before. Because you decided as a community, you wanted to make fun of people who were pointing out the problems. You decided that you wanted to push forward narratives like this, that somebody that's playing this game for 5+ hours a day just to get one fucking run is a counterpoint to the HP inflation, to the power creep, to the dog shit mechanics they intentionally put on all the bosses. You are the reason why your game, your Abyss, your endgame is in such a horrifyingly bad spot, is because they release characters like these in Natlan. Funny how all three of these are Natlan characters. You didn't speak up. You didn't talk about how bad the kits were. You didn't boycott. You had Mavuika and Sitlali running in the same exact fucking banner at the same exact time. The most predatory thing we've ever seen in the game. And they also have the two strongest kits in the game as well. And you just lapped it all up. And now the end game is being intentionally designed in a way where unless you have them or multiple constellations, you are not clearing it. So you have opened up the door to letting Hoyoverse turn this into a pay-to-play game for the endgame. And if that's what you want to do in this game, do the Abyss, do that other new endgame that's coming out for the Artifact Reroller. You better have some cash ready to go because you're not touching that shit otherwise. So yeah, I think it's deserved. I think this community, we've been warning you about it for literally months. This is 1 month ago. This is 2 months ago. We've been warning you about it for months. And now it's hit ahead, and now you're crying and bitching and moaning about it. And I'm gonna be real, I think it's so pathetic, it's unbelievable. Maybe identify that the problem is happening sooner before, you know, looking back on it and waiting to see that the entire town is burned down first. Because that's where you are right now. The town is burned down. Let me know what you all think. Peace.